She's awesome. Watch her channel. Watch it.
Welcome back to Christina's Garage Gearhead in Training. I'm in Walnut Creek at Broadway Plaza for a Brighter Day charity. They're doing a massive car show. They're still getting set up. We're currently upstairs on the top layer of the parking garage. There's some stuff downstairs. I'm gonna get some great interviews, check out some cool cars, and it's all for a great cause. I'm here with Elliot with a Brighter Day charity. I just heard about you guys last week. It's really cool to hear what you guys are doing. Would you mind explaining the thoughts behind the charity and why we're doing this car show today?
Thanks, Christina, for having me here. We started this 9 years ago following the suicide of my youngest son, Jake, at college. And in his suicide note to us, he wrote, "Mom and Dad, I never would have told you how I felt. I never would have asked for your help, and I never would have taken your help." And so on the way home with his body under the plane, I knew we had to do something to change lives. So we came up with the concept of the charity right there on the plane home to stop families from feeling the destruction and devastation that we knew we were going to go through. So my wife and I started this charity with the idea of creating resources for teens and their families with the goal of stopping suicide. And we've been doing this now for 9 years, and we've created enormous resources on the website, more for parents than for children, because parents read, teens don't do that, but what teens do is they text. So now we have a 24/7, all 50 state crisis text line just for teens. If that doesn't work for them, it takes sometimes 6 to 10 weeks to go see a counselor. We could do it in 7 days in all 50 states. And we do that, literally in all 50 states. And so we have these great resources, and if none of that works, we can help get them into an inpatient program as well in all 50 states. And the last thing we created was a scholarship program with the extra money that we've been raising. So we can help send these teens to college who really need the money to buy books or do anything they want to do. But we don't want parents and teens to ever have to suffer from depression when we can make a difference.
I love that. It's hard because there's so much that we want to help change, or things that we see in the world that could use a little extra love. And the fact that you took the initiative, you and your wife, just starting this and now seeing how this huge car show, it hasn't even started yet, and there's tons of cars, lots of people here supporting what you're doing, and it really carries on that one person can start that tidal wave of making an impact. It's really amazing.
Thank you. And this happens because there's a great team of people who have bought into this concept of a charity and making a difference, and work sometimes around the clock in my office, volunteers, and they make this happen. If I had to make this happen, it's all I would do in my life, and I still have a full-time job.
Well, if there's anybody that want to support, or maybe they want to come to the show, what ways can they support what you are doing?
The easiest way to do this is go right to the website. It's a great website. It's abrighterday.info, www.abrighterday.info. The car show's on there. The upcoming August 19th golf event is on there. You can see all our resources under the resource tab. You can get professional help under the professional help tab. You could do, there's so many places that a teen and a parent can go to get some help, and we put it out there. And today's a beautiful day. We're gonna be here all day, or till 3 o'clock, I should say, at Broadway Plaza. Come down, look at the cars, have some fun. It's free.
And you do it every year?
This is our 2nd year doing this. We hope to do it every year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Elliot. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. And the wind is getting us.
The power of the wind, yes.
I was just introduced to Tammy, and I would love for you to share your story, because I'm sure that there's a lot of people that can relate, and giving them some hope and direction that there are people out there that are trying to help.
Sure. When we lost Jake, I'll never forget that night. It was horrible. We knew we had to make a change. So I ended up quitting my job to become part of a charity. And we said we want to reach out to other families that need help that we didn't get, and recognize what we didn't recognize in Jake. And we're able to help many, many people on a regular basis with what we wished we could have done with Jake. We don't have a second chance. And that's what we're doing now, is giving people a second chance to make a difference in their kid's life. So what I would say to parents is that, you know what, we have the tools to help your child. Not only, with getting help with a counselor, getting information to help you as a parent, or getting information to help your team. A brighterday.info has it all. And we want to help not only them, we want to help friends, we want to help people of friends, friends of friends, and we know we can help you. We have helped many people, and they have come back to us saying we have helped them.
And if someone's maybe looking to volunteer or join from the other end,
we would love to have volunteers. And you can go again to abrighterday.info. All that information is on our website.
Perfect. Thank you so much,
Thank
Tammy.
you,
I really
Christine.
appreciate it.
You bet.
This is DJ Dave, and he's here doing the music and also has a really cool car. Would you mind sharing a little bit about like your story with what brought you here to support a brighter day?
Sure. Well, last year was the first show I came to this, and I was like, wow, they need some help. And so I met Domenico at at another event, and I saw his booth. I said, hey, you guys need some help on this thing. And he's like, what? And I go, well, I DJ car shows, and I have old cars, and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I need to talk to you. Long story short, here I am. So I'm playing the music, DJing. It's a beautiful day. It's a great cause. All of us were teenagers once.
Once.
And some of them still are. But anyway, that's how I got involved.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And do you DJ other shows?
Yes, I do.
How do you?
I've been doing this. I'm an engineer, but I DJ on the side for fun. I started doing this over 30 years ago. I've done over 350 weddings and parties, and it's sort of a hobby. And my DJing used to pay for my addiction, and my addiction is old cars. So the money that I would make DJing paid for my old cars, but now it pays for my kids to go to college.
That's awesome.
And some of it, yeah.
Well, if there's someone that's interested in DJing, do you have any advice for someone that's just getting started?
Sure, you need to be very people-oriented. You need to listen to the people, what they want, and give them what they want. A lot of guys go, I've met kids, or I've been to events, and they say, I want this, and they don't play what the kids want, they play what they want. You really got to cater to your customers. Just like any business, you have to cater to who the people are. And it helps if you have a pretty good personality, too.
He definitely has a lot of personality, and it's great, especially your shirt matches your car.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I have a couple cars, and I have a couple different shirts that match my cars.
I love that.
Which is fun.
Well, thank you so much, DJ
Oh, you're
Dave.
welcome.
I really
It's fun.
appreciate
It's fun. See, she's awesome. Watch her channel. Watch it. Cool.
That's awesome.
Very good.
See?
See ya.
This is Jose, and I wanted to ask, like, what brings you here to this show to support this cause that helps with teen suicide?
Well, I didn't share this before, but me personally, I run a few agencies in this county where we support people with intellectual disabilities in different services. So I actually bring some of our clients to shows, but I mean, what a better cause to help prevent suicide in teenagers, right? So mostly we support adults, but you know, we all were teenagers at some point. So it's a very noble cause. I mean, we'll support that every single time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that just because we don't say anything doesn't mean that we're struggling, and it's really cool to hear more people starting to talk about this topic, about grief, about suicide, about depression, about not just more focus on, hey, let's talk about it and let's do something about it.
Yeah, especially nowadays where you have a lot of people or kids bullying other kids, and you know, it's always good to speak up and to give them the strength to speak up and, you know, talk to someone and get help.
I love that.
So if we can support them by bringing our classics to the car shows and donating, I mean, what a better cause. Yeah.
And if someone wants to support what you're doing, do you guys have social media, website? Like, how can people hear about
we
you?
mostly work with Regional Center of the East Bay, so we have websites and that. I can share that with you. Then I also have other friends who do the same thing, and they have their own agencies, and we are just out there supporting them and doing, you know, the best we can for them. So yeah, I can share that with you, and you can help us contribute to the cause as well.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jose, and
course.
bringing your beautiful car.
Okay,
it stopped
thank you.
me. So.
All right, thank you. I have these two, the Bel Air and this one.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, perfect. That's
Yeah.
cool. That was so cool. I walked by the car and I went up to, they were sitting behind the car, and I was like, oh, is this yours? And it just so happens that, you know, he works with people with disabilities, and it's so cool to be able to talk to people that are actively doing things to help the people around them. And I want to be working with those people. Hopefully Jose and I can collaborate in the future. I gave him my card. That was a really cool interview. This is such a great event. I'm very grateful. This is Ron's 1954 Ford Customline. It was awarded the Hot August Nights Event Series Qualifying Award because it's absolutely gorgeous. He had done a lot of really cool touches, including his Purple Heart being put into the actual car. And he said that he won it in a bowling match. A friend had owed him some money and he offered to give him the car instead, which Ron obviously took. He had spent several years putting it all together, and now he likes to travel to local car shows to be able to show it off. And good thing he came to this show, because now he's going to go to Hot August Nights. He had some really cool touches from some other vehicles. The paint job is really cool, especially the roof here. It was a great opportunity to be able to talk to him, and I look forward to seeing him again. I had to look on the inside of the Tesla truck. Everybody's been talking about them. I've been seeing them more on the road, and I had to look at it. The inside wasn't super impressive. It looked pretty plain. It has the screen there for all the digital stuff. The headrests do not look very comfortable, and it does have a massive skylight, which I did like. The back seat looked like it was made for people of my size. Anybody taller probably would be pretty squished. The back of the truck looked pretty standard. I guess the top closes when you drive. Maybe helps with little dynamics of driving. I don't know. The fingerprints on the door did drive me nuts. I don't know if I'd be able to handle that. They did also have a couple of different colors. This is the Hot Wheels themed Camaro. It did win an award for the day. It was super fun. I loved all the colors, the designs, all the little details, especially the interior. You can see on the steering wheel and on the side of the door and even in the center console, and then on the back of the headrest. Just lots of little details. I didn't get to talk to the owner to ask how long it took. It was a lot of fun and drew the eyes of a lot of kids too. They did have a section for classic cars. Most of the cars at the event were exotics and more current cars, or modern cars, shall I say. They were perfect for the demographic they're trying to reach, though. They're trying to help stop teen suicide, which means that you need to bring teenagers to the events. And having this mixture of different types of cars, there were teenagers with their cameras to take pictures, take videos. There were parents with their kids. It was perfect for the demographic they were trying to reach. And I love everything that they're doing. I hope to be able to come back next year. If you guys are wanting to follow along, check out the captions for all their information. If you want to follow along my journey, subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week.